In this video, I want to compare and contrast the Global Santoku knife to both the Miyabi Mizu and the Miyabi Artisan Santoku knives. The reason is because they are the exact same knife 100% with the exception of the handle. The Artisan has this rosewood packwood handle, and the Mizu has the exact same blade, but with this micarta handle with a gorgeous grain structure and the red accent trimming. The Miyabi is 100% handmade compared to the automated handmade of the Global, and that really does make a difference in terms of the finished product. The Miyabi has every single corner completely rounded out, so there are no sharp edges anywhere. The handle is completely and totally flush on both sides. Really nice attention to detail, like the logo being carved into the back, as well as this gorgeous mosaic pin, which is actually made up of about 15 to 20 little tiny pieces of steel and bronze and copper that are individually pressed into the handle to make that design. So you can see that someone's really put their heart and soul into making this knife. By contrast, the Global is definitely a nice knife. It just doesn't have that extra attention to detail. Everything is a 90-degree angle everywhere, and you can even see the forging marks where they've actually made the knife. With that said, the actual cutting cores and the cutting angles and just the blades as a whole are extremely different too. The Global uses Cremova 18, which is a relatively soft steel, about 56 to 58 hardness. It's ground down to a 15-degree cutting angle, and the blade is just the blade. They haven't done anything extra to it. In contrast, the Miyabi is SG2 as its cutting core, which is a powdered steel, very high-end, and very, very hard. It's about a 63 hardness. And what that means is if you're using your knife properly, you realistically will never have to sharpen it or get it sharpened. The angle is a whoppingly sharp 9 degrees, which has been sharpened by hand over a 3-step process. And when you put that in comparison to the Global, we're talking not only single versus double digits, but we're talking a blade that is 50% thinner in its cutting edge, so it is literally exponentially sharper. And either side of the blade is wrapped in another layer of SG2, which not only gives you this gorgeous wave design towards the bottom, but it also gives you this hazy snow effect because it is a powdered steel. And the top half is then hammered to help with releasing food. The Miyabi has a full tang all the way down the handle, and what a lot of people don't realize about the Global is it's actually a zero tang knife. It has no tang. The handle is hollow, it's filled with sand, and then welded directly on to the knife, something you might want to consider when comparing it to other knives. Either way, it comes down to personal preference. If you have any questions, any comments, or any concerns, let me know. Otherwise, I'll put a link down to both below, and I will talk to you very soon.